This was a good day. I feel I had someone watching over me from above. To start off, I took a little longer than I wanted to get ready this morning, so I was 20 or 30 minutes later than I had planned. I planned to be in the woods in the dark and get to a spot I have had encounters with turkeys before. As I was getting closer, it was completely light, and there were a pile of deer in the field that were headed to the woods, being scared by me. When I was pulling into my spot, I thought that I might have someone parked there. To my surprise, there wasn't. As I was getting my gear put together, I was enjoying the beautiful sounds of spring in the woods. I could also hear turkeys, and they were close. If I had got there when I wanted, I would have raced right by them, wade across the creek, and tried my luck on the island. Since I was running late, so I thought, I had these birds that were fairly close. I didn't know how close, so I was considering how I was going to work the situation. I walk over the incline, about 50 yards from the car, and I see a strutting tom through the trees. To my delight, I was able to back off without being seen. I don't know how many there were, but they were fired up. More fired up than any situation I had been in up to that point. As I put out my decoy and got settled in, I was making more noise than I should have been. To my luck, with all their excitement, they didn't spook. I made a couple calls, and within minutes, I had a strutting tom headed towards me. As he comes around the bushy Russian olive, he was in sight. But there was no clear shot. He then went back to where he came. I called again. He went around the other side of the bush. He got in the clear, and he was mine. This set was what I picture as the picture-perfect set. I have never had one go so smoothly. I have gotten turkeys before, but it seems like something always doesn't go right, and I try some off-the-wall thing to get the job done. I have 2 tags, so I sat there hoping I didn't spook them too bad, and another might come in. That didn't happen. I was excited I got to fill a tag in minutes. The encounter reminded me why I like to be in the woods. Getting those heart-racing events where you don't know what's going to happen next. So I tagged this turkey and took him back to the car. While I was there, I saw a mink run down the road. This was the first mink I had seen since living in Montana. Almost 11 years now. Unfortunately, I didn't get a picture of it. After this, I took off trying to fill my other tag. After walking a few miles, I bumped a couple other turkeys, but nothing else transpired. The temperatures were getting into the 80s, and I was getting hot. This is the hottest day of the year so far. I was starting to worry that I better get back and take care of the one turkey I did get. As I was headed back, my foot found a hole that I didn't see. My leg went in up to my hip. I could feel my foot had bottomed out on something. To my amazement, I was not injured. I pulled my leg out of the hole and continued on. When I got back to the car, I had noticed there was a T-post exposed in the road. I took pictures and figured I was going to email the information to Fish and Game. I started driving out and figured I better get GPS coordinates. So I went back and then called it in. On my way out, for the second time. I go about 100 yards, look out in the field, and I see a moose. This is only the second moose I have seen in eastern Montana and the first I have seen while hunting. On this dirt road, there typically isn't much traffic, so I parked where I was, went to get my binoculars out of my bag so I could get a better look. As I am digging, there was a car coming. With me pretty much blocking the road, I hurry up and finish what I was doing. As the car slowly approached, I signaled for them to stop. I pointed out that there was a moose out in the field. The car had been driven by a young lady that got excited and stated she hadn't noticed it until then. She expressed she was bummed she didn't have her binoculars with her. I offered for her to use mine. After she was done, I took a look myself. We then went our separate ways.